Hello and welcome to the Eastern Idaho weather planning briefing for Groundhog Day 2021. This is what you'll see in this presentation. There is an incoming storm that will start affecting central Idaho during the midday hours in the Idaho-Wyoming border region by afternoon. We're all looking for light snowfall amounts overall over the next about 36 hours or so. For the Sawtooth and Wood River Basin, the forecast is coming out at 2 to 8 inches. And for instance, the Galena Summit forecast is between 5 and 6. Island Park at 3 to 9 inches, so a little bit more. And you can see the Reynolds and Targhee passes are on the upper end of that scale. The next winter storm arrives late Thursday night. And that one looks a little bit weaker in terms of precipitation amounts. So here's the current satellite. Here's a pretty good low. This is the surface low is actually over here in the Puget Sound area. That will be moving through. It will drag a cold front through during the evening hours in southern Idaho tonight, and that will cool things down behind it. And it is creating something interesting. There is a chance during the late night hours there being a frontal inversion that the temperatures are cooling at the ground faster, and so there is the slightest chance of some freezing precipitation, mostly in the Snake River Plain and then in eastern Idaho from the Bear Lake Basin up to about Palisades. It's not a very big chance. In fact, it doesn't look like it's going to get quite warm enough. But in case it does surge and it does get to the point where it can actually melt snowfall, the ice crystals as they pass through the warm layer, you might get enough melting where it's liquid and then it hits the cold air during the late night hours. And that would be basically from midnight until about 8 a.m. the next morning. So that's why you see in the Snake Plain here some freezing precipitation, and the eastern highlands, Victor Driggs Island Park areas, and the southeast highlands should be there as well. That's where the risk is, but like I said, it's basically a slight chance. Elsewhere, rain and snow in the lower elevations, snow in the upper elevations. And by Wednesday, Lemhi County has pretty much lost its snow threat. And there is actually a break there Wednesday night. You wouldn't know it from the Highlands forecast, but that snow starts up in the Highlands area on Thursday night. It continues into Friday. Elsewhere in the surrounding areas, there is a slight chance of snow with the exception of the Magic Valley. And then the chance of snow continues for the eastern highlands into Saturday. But Saturday overall looks dry for most people. You also notice that there's wind forecast for the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, but where it's windiest is actually where the elevations are lowest in the plain, and most likely where we'll get rain for most of that time. The chance of snow really isn't until, or really is just late Tuesday night, same time as the freezing precipitation risk for the Snake Plain. So let's watch the evolution of snow here. Here's this morning. You can see it's barely registering in the extreme western part of our forecast area, Stanley Basin, basically up to Galena Summit. Intensifies a little bit during the afternoon, but still not very much. And then here you go. By the evening hours, it has spread over to Wyoming. You can see 1 to 2 inches now, and even some 2 to 3 over Galena Summit. And that's sort of where it peaks. Then overnight, Sunday night, you can see in western Idaho it starts to decrease, and the focus after midnight basically becomes eastern Idaho along the Idaho-Wyoming border, all the way from the Montana border all the way down to including the Bear Lake Mountains, although not as bad down there. But still, for the most part, we're not looking at Island Park just 1 to 2. And just barely getting into the 2 to 3 inch range for the passes over there. Teton Pass 3 to 4 as well. And then Wednesday morning, you can see it really drops off in western Idaho. It does continue at a slower pace for Wednesday morning. And then by Wednesday afternoon, it's really dying down, less than an inch anywhere in western Idaho, and even the eastern Idaho is barely getting to an inch in anywhere. And then Wednesday evening, it again continues some light snowfall. So this is for today until midnight tonight. 2 to 3 inches in the Stanley area. You can see where the focus is. It's basically Haley up to Stanley, and again, it's light snowfall amounts. For during the day on Wednesday, we are looking at some pretty good amounts for the 24-hour period. But again, most of it is 4 to 6. You can see the in excess of 6 inches is really limited in scope to Teton Pass would be the one lone road exception. Most of it is in extreme high elevation. Here's Thursday, 24-hour period. Again, 1 to 2 for the Island Park area going in Reynolds and Targhee Pass. Teton Pass also 1 to 2. And then on Friday, for that second storm, it does look like it's picking up a little bit, especially for eastern Idaho. As you can see there, very little going on in central Idaho. So this actually may be the storm that might need some sort of winter weather advisory, but again, we'll be watching that. It is generally a colder storm, which means snowfall, liquid to, or snowfall to liquid water would be a little bit higher. Okay, the other thing to look out for is wind speeds. You can see it is shifting over to south, to a southerly wind by tomorrow morning. In the afternoon, it does pick up here to an excess of 20 to 30 miles an hour, but most of it is where it's really warm that afternoon. And the wind speeds for the Friday storm, you can see the faster winds are shifted a little bit to the south more, basically everywhere from American Falls over to Twin Falls. Hanging on for temperatures, you can see very warm today, even Ashton getting to 36 degrees, and even Idaho Falls getting to around 40 and 50 degrees in Burley. Wednesday morning overnight lows starting to get cold as the skies begin to clear, especially in central Idaho. Not so much, though, where it stays cloudy. Idaho Falls expected to stay right near freezing, as well as Blackfoot and Pocatello. Wednesday highs, not very much higher. All that cloud cover for Wednesday. Still, though, getting above freezing for places as far north as Idaho Falls. And then as the skies clear, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you can see single digits over the Arco Desert, Stanley Basin, all these alpine basins in central Idaho, all getting cold. Island Park area getting cold. And then high temperatures on Thursday. You can see the cold air is moving in. We'll be under northerly flow. And Pocatello now barely getting above or to near freezing, and even Burley struggling. And Friday morning staying somewhat cold and in the Arco Desert area, but definitely getting colder in Pocatello area, Burley area, all the way over to Twin Falls. And then we see some rebound here on Friday with winds once again out of the south. Even with the cloud cover, we should warm up a little bit. And then Saturday morning, staying cool and cold. Again, this storm is very brief. It's over very quickly. North winds kicking in behind it on Saturday morning. That's all I have. Once again, a review, 5 to 6 inches in Galena Summit, the Reynolds and Targhee Pass area, maybe 7 to 9. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this number or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.